guys, just hope welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be January and February favorites. So I didn't do a January favorites. It just kind of got away from me, and I was like, you know, I'm still trying out a bunch of products, so I don't know how I feel exactly. So that is why I decided to combine it into February, because I got a lot of stuff in January, but I don't think I've bought anything in February. So I'm kind of combining. I'm going to update you on some new products that I have been trying. I did do that drugstore products I've been playing around with video. I'm not going to mention all the products in that video, but there's a couple ones that I wasn't exactly sure of my feelings that I kind of want to talk about. And then also I did pick up some new products from Ulta, and the Loreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation and Concealer was one of them. I did do a video getting ready with it, and I did kind of have a little bit, it was more of like a first impressions, but I didn't wear it all day, and I did at the end of the video insert next day just kind of my thoughts on it, but I did want to just fully put my thoughts on this product in this video. Without further ado, let's just get started. I will probably include some music favorites, but I'm thinking about doing a separate video, like my favorite Christian music or something, so stay on the lookout for that. I will throw in a few of my country and pop and a few Christian music favorites. I have been using that beauty oil, the Derma E one that has the collab with Sunkissed Alba that came out like last year. I have been using that a lot for priming just because of how dry my skin is right now in the winter, but I have talked about that in my like get ready with me videos, the last few ones that I've done, so I'm not going to bring that up. But this month, honestly, I have been using the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation, so much. I have really been going back to this one because I've been trying out so many other foundations lately. You know, all the different combinations, different primers, different concealers, different powders, different mixing them together. So I've been doing those concoctions a lot lately. And so just going back to the Physicians Formula one every few days, once in a while, I just really have been loving it, and it's just been showing how much I really enjoy this foundation and how it looks just so natural and pretty on the skin. It doesn't emphasize anything. My favorite is when I did that everyday get ready with me video. My favorite is just using an oil to prime and then a little bit of a pore filling on my nose and applying this and just making it really dewy. I've been into really dewy skin lately just because how dry it is. So I really like this foundation. I'm actually almost out. I have LW2, but I think when I repurchase it, I want to get LN3. Just so that's a little more neutral because my skin is not that warm undertone. It's more neutral. So yeah. Other product is the Milani Silky Matte Bronzing Powder in the shade Sunkissed. So I think there's 3 shades, and this is the second deepest. So it's not even the lightest, but I liked this one because it was cool tone. I like this because it was more cool toned. I have a lot of warmer tone bronzers, but I wanted one that I could use as more of a contour too. I'm wearing it today and I think it looks really pretty. I really like it. It's really smooth and silky, just like it says, silky matte. It blends in the skin so nicely, and I absolutely love this. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog barking in the background, but I'm gonna keep talking because she won't stop. I really enjoy this product, and I think you get a decent amount. I have been using it quite a bit, and like you can still see like the design on it and everything. So this is great. It's pretty deep actually, but I think it's really great for a contour, and I do a lot of times blend it out into more of a bronzer shade too, but I really like it. I'm wearing that as a contour like I said, and then I did use a little bit of my Physicians Formula bronzer, butter bronzer, just for a bronzer. I also have been loving this Flower Beauty product highlighting palette, this Shimmer and Strobe highlighting palette. I've talked about this quite a bit. Whenever I film or on the weekends when I'm doing my makeup, I will wear this. I haven't necessarily worn this on an every single day basis to school. I'm still really into my Smashbox Spotlight palette. You guys know I love that product. I've been using that for, oh gosh, a year and a half now? Is it almost been 2 years? It's been at least a year. I love it. It's the one that was originally the collab with Casey Holmes. It's just such a great natural everyday highlight. But if I just want a pop of like ba-bam shine like today, I think it is so beautiful. And I love it too because you get 3 different shades. You have a more champagne shade, then you have a really pink and a gold. And honestly, the champagne is a little bit more on the cool tone, like a little pinky almost. So I do like to mix it with the gold, but holy cow, it is beautiful. If you have a lighter skin tone, you will love this. They're just so like buttery and reflectant. You see them right down here? I just honestly love it. I love them. Mixing them all together would be pretty. They are super powdery, and if you like swirl your brush in and then you tap it, it's all gonna fly off. But if you just like swirl your brush and then you lightly tap just to get a little bit of the excess off, and then you just slowly apply it, It's beautiful. And then I just love to go over with my sponge on top just to kind of press it in, just to make sure everything looks great blended together. Another thing, I actually got this about a week, no, almost 2 weeks ago, but I really have been playing with it the last week mostly, and this is the MAC Strobe Cream, and this is in the shade Pinklite. It's a sample size, but I really like it. I didn't know if I would like this shade so much just because of how like pink it is, you know? But it's like this really cool like whipped formula. It's not like the type of highlight you would think it is, but I like to just kind of slightly blend it out, not this much that I have. It's really pretty. I wonder what it would look like if I put it on under my foundation and then put my foundation on top. But it just is really, I just blended it all out now. But a lot of times I like to like slightly blend it on my hand and then take my beauty blender or my finger and just like tap it where the highlighting part of my face is, and then like up at my forehead, on my nose, on my chin. And it's not like a highlight, but it's just more illuminating. And I love that just illuminated look. I just think it is so pretty. On this everyday basis, like I've been telling you, I've been so into dewy, glowy skin. So a combination of like using products like this, using an oil with a light hydrating foundation, then like a pretty illuminator like underneath, on top, just kind of almost all over, and then adding a beautiful setting spray. Like I love this Morphe one, which I was going to talk about, but the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray just creates a beautiful dewy glowiness to my skin. Yesterday I was trying out a foundation I'm going to talk about in a little bit here, and I'm just not sure how I feel because it's a more mattifying foundation, and with my skin I got kind of a light shade, and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to feel. But I got compliments on it. Like, people were telling me that my skin looked dewy, like slightly dewy, and it wasn't matte. And I think a big contributor to that was this setting spray along with using that oil. And then I believe I had this strobe cream on as well. So it's just a combination of a few different things can turn a matte foundation into like a really pretty dewy look if you want it to. So I really have been enjoying this. I really have been enjoying cream highlighters just because it's like they are just so nice for every day when I want that dewy look. I got a new brow product. It's the Sugar Arch Arrival Brow Definer. I don't know where this is from. Honestly, one of my teachers actually put together, she had like a bunch of like makeup samples that she hadn't used, and so she gave me 4 things that I'm going to talk about today. 2, which was the MAC, and then this brow pencil. And I really have been enjoying this, so I don't know where you can get this. I'll look into it and I'll link it down below. But I really like this brow pencil. It's in the shade Taupe Tom, so it's a little bit darker than I normally go, but my hair is kind of dark right now. I haven't highlighted it in a long time. So my brows, this is what I have in my brows today, and I like it. And it's just like an angled brow pencil. It's actually very waxy, but once I start putting it in my brows, it's not too creamy. But a lot of times I've noticed if I have like put a beauty oil on my skin before my foundation and my eyebrows, it glides on a little smoother because there's that moisture there. But I do like this. It's a cool tone shade. It's not too orangey or red, which I enjoy. I did pick up a brow pencil from e.l.f. It's like a little precise tip one, but the shade was really warm for me. So I was using it kind of like in the inner part of my brow, just lightly, but honestly, I've been really into this brow product lately, and I think it stays in place and it applies. Honestly, this part of my brow right here never wants to fill in. I love my Loreal Brow Stylist Definer pencil I talk about all the time, but that product will not stick to here, and this one will. So, I like it. Also, my Ulta haul, I picked up, which I completely forgot about until today when I was doing my makeup, and I was like, how could I forget about this? This is the JCat Prismetal Chrome Eye Mousse in Chrome Galaxy. Oh! And okay, I have a story for you. So it's like a really pretty cream. You know, I talk about those Butter London shadows all the time that are like $24. Well, the only one I have. And it's like a cream shadow like this. It's like literally the exact same thing. Well, this is like, what, $5, $6? Look at how pretty that is. And like illuminating, I love it. Well, okay. With Influencer, I was sent the Huda Beauty Matte and Metal Melted Shadow. So it's like a matte cream shadow and a like metallic. And I was swatching it. Once I kind of blended it out, first of all, the Huda Beauty one doesn't have as much pigment under it. Once I blended it out, the Huda Beauty one is here and the JCat one is down here. I was looking at it and I was like, huh, they are really similar. Like the Huda Beauty is definitely more warm tone, but like that one's a lot more sheer. So I applied one to one eye and one to the other, and I was like, there's a little bit more of a difference than I thought. So I was kind of doing on my eyes a concoction of these two to try to blend it out and make it look like normal and even. So if this eye looks a little more like this one and this one's a little more orangey, that is why. This I think is beautiful, and I recommend 100% if you want a cream shadow but has some glitter in it, so you might get a little bit of follow-up, but not too much because it's kind of a cream, so it's kind of built in, and it'll like not harden but like dry down. And it is just, if you obviously are going to sit and scratch at your eye, then it's going to flake. But it's really pretty. If you were looking for something like that, this like Butter London one, the Glaze and Eye Gloss, is literally the exact same thing. This is $24. This sucker is like literally $5 or $6. I can't remember. So definitely, if you want the same thing, go for this. It's beautiful. I think you guys, one of my subscribers recommended this because I asked in my community post, and I'm so grateful you did because I love it. I got a sample of the Ciate Wonderwand mascara, and I first opened this and I was like, I don't know how I feel. Like, I like it, but like, you know, mascaras always are not the same when they first are open compared to like 2 weeks later. It's kind of got the bristle of like the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara or the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, just like the brush tip kind of hourglass shape, and it is a little bit more of a wet formula than a dry formula, but it's not as wet as the Essence Lash Princess mascara. I really like this. After it kind of was open for a couple days, I thought it was really nice. You could build your lashes up, and then I put this on first and the Essence one on top, and it looked beautiful. I'm wearing it today. I feel like I didn't put as much effort into it today as I normally would, like if I just had mascara on. My lashes are somewhat long on their own, and I think this mascara does a great job of lengthening and just like volumizing and a little bit of curling, but I just think it really just adds some length and boosts them. It's more of a intenser mascara. It's not like a natural, but it's not like the most intense mascara I've ever used, you know? And this is also a sample size though, so that's the only thing. Sometimes the samples can tend to be different than the full size, so I don't know how the full size performs, but the sample I do like. I also got the Hempz Pure Herbal Extracts Lips Ultra Moisturizing Herbal Lip Balm, enriched with 100% pure natural hemp seed oil. My lips are so dry right now because of the winter, and this product has been amazing. I do love it. I need to get more into ingredient stuff, but I do really like this. I am gonna keep it in this beauty room because I never have a chapstick down here, and I am always looking for one, and I don't feel like running upstairs to go get one. So I do like this. I think it is nice. It creates a nice layer on your lips, and it's moisturizing, and I think it does a great job. Some lip products actually dry my lips out more, like the EOS lip egg things dries your lips out more than it actually helps. So I really like this because I think it does do a nice job of moisturizing. Speaking of, what's on my lips right now is the Lartzy Cosmetics. I guess this is just a lip gloss. I don't know, it doesn't say. In the shade Curve. I also got this in that sample gift from my teacher. I thought this was going to be like a more pigmented lip gloss, but it's really not. When I first applied it, I was like, is there anything on my lips even? But it's a really light, it's really thin, but I like it. It's a little bit sticky, but it's not really bad. And it just feels like it's like thick and like on, not thick in a bad way, but it's like on my lips, like it's not going to be sliding around anywhere. And it feels kind of like moisturizing almost. I like this. This is the first time I'm trying it. Now I wanted to talk about a couple of the foundations and concealers that I have been trying. So one of them was the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. I have the shade 410, which actually I thought would be way too light, but it does oxidize, and it is kind of yellow, but it does even oxidize even more, and it actually matches my skin fine. And then I have the Full Wear Concealer in the shade Ivory. A lot of people are raving about this foundation, how it's a great everyday foundation that can be built up to be a more medium to full coverage if you would like. I have not been one of those people. I do like it. I think it is a good foundation, but I like my Physicians Formula one a little bit better. I cannot talk. Because it's a little more hydrating. I have noticed with this foundation that towards the end of the day, it does like tend to break up on my forehead, and I have a lot of dryness on my forehead, and just kind of right here, it looks a little bit makeup-y, whereas my Physicians Formula one doesn't. Now, if you have more normal skin, not as much dry patches, or I don't know how oily skin would like it, but I think it would work for all skin types. But if you have more dry skin, just know that it might look a little bit makeup-y around the areas. Now, you are wearing foundation. It does make sense. Like, if I'm wearing foundation, well, obviously you're gonna see it. It's obviously gonna look like you're wearing makeup, but I just don't think, and it's not really that bad. Like, it's not like it pushes me away, like I wouldn't wear it. Like, I still will wear it. I just noticed that, honestly, I feel like this doesn't look as good by the end of the day as this one does. I've just kind of been comparing it to this favorite one. Is this a bad foundation? No. I think a lot of people would like it, and a lot of people do like it. That's just the kind of thing for me, is I just felt like towards the end of the day, it did start to break up and look a little makeup-y, like around my dryness here and like right here. Otherwise, I think it's pretty decent. I will link down below the video where I got ready with this, and it was the first time trying it, and I wasn't a huge fan of the way my skin looked, but it was because I use powders that I clearly don't like. The Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder is too much for my dry skin. I cannot wear that. And also the number 7 one didn't look very good. And also the concealer that I was wearing, I did not like. So with this foundation, if I'm wearing my Catrice concealer, I like it. At the end of the video, I did check in from like the next day with this and the Catrice concealer, and I didn't mind it. I thought it looked good. So the foundation I approve of. It's not my 100% favorite, but I wouldn't say it's a bad foundation, and I would say if you have normal skin with not a lot of dry patches, I think you would really like it. This concealer though, I was excited because I had heard it's, of all the newer concealers that are being released, like the e.l.f. one, there was this one, I feel like there was a few more. This was a more hydrating kind of one. It is full coverage, pretty full coverage, but under my eyes, I of course have dryness, so I don't like it there, but this concealer creases so bad under my eyes. And I'm young, I'm 17, I'm almost 18, but I don't have a lot of crepiness and fine lines under my eyes. Like, I'm young. Obviously everybody has lines, but this concealer emphasizes it more than any other concealer that I have. The concealer I have on now, which is the Catrice one, you can tell, like, obviously I have lines, like if I'm like smiling, whatever. But it doesn't, like, I can't even describe what it is. I will insert a clip from the video that I did do with the wear test with these two, the foundation and concealer. You can see how it does, like, how it does make that, like, patchiness almost, like, it sinks in, and then it looks crepey. I was wearing it yesterday with, what foundation was I wearing? Oh, I was wearing this foundation yesterday, and it did the same thing. So I don't like this concealer under my eyes. I tried concealing this right here. I'm gonna try it in the summertime and see if my skin is a little more hydrating, if I like it. But for now, I know some people were getting, like, in the comments a little bit with, like, how your skin is so, you're young, that is not fine lines in your eyes. But I just know how my skin looks when I have a concealer like I'm wearing today compared to this one, and I just know that my skin does not normally do that. So that's why I was kind of pointing out, like, for me, if it's doing that to me, I can only imagine what it would be doing to people who have more fine lines and more problem areas under their eyes, you know? I didn't really love this. I felt like it honestly wore away really fast on my chin when I wear it on my chin, and I don't know, I wasn't a huge fan of this concealer, but I do want to try it more in the summertime. A lot of these I'm actually excited to try in the summer to see the difference with my dry skin compared to, like, when I'm not dry in the summer. And then that leads me to the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. I got the shade F2. So this shade is basically like the lightest I will be. Like, right now, it kind of barely works for me. I'm a little bit not as light as this, but... And I was wearing it yesterday, and I felt like with the concoction of everything, it looked nice. I feel like with a beauty blender, this is a hard to build up for me. I don't know why. I feel like it's just like it doesn't want to build sometimes. But with moisturizing products, I think it looks nice. I think in the summer, I actually might like this more just because it is more hot outside, and so I'm really looking forward to trying it in the summer. I'd obviously have to get a different shade. I think I just need to get lightening and darkening drops because there's no way that I'm going to be buying 25 shades of each foundation that I own just to wear for the summer and the winter. But I do think it's good. Obviously, if you have oily skin, you're going to like it way better than dry skin. I don't think it looked too bad, like, collecting in my dryness. I think a little bit around my nose it looked a little bit crepey, but I did get compliments on my skin and that it looked good yesterday. So it's not my favorite foundation of all time just because of my dry skin, but I don't mind it. I think it's a good one, especially if you want full coverage and if you have oily skin. And then this Huda Beauty thing, I just wanted to mention comparing to JCat. I just got this, so I don't really know how I feel. I think the matte shade was okay. It looked a little patchy. Yesterday I tried to build up the shimmer and then it just started flaking, so do not build the shimmer up, like one layer, maybe pat with your finger and that's it. But yeah, I don't know if I want to do music just because I don't have a lot of time. Maybe I'll just do like 3 songs. Honestly, 7 Rings by Ariana Grande, I have been loving this song.
You like my hair, G thanks, just got it. I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it.
I liked Lost in the Middle of Nowhere by Kane Brown and Becky E. This Feeling by Chainsmokers and Kelsey Ballerini. I like this song. Okay, I'll just do one Christian song and then I'll be done. Help Me Find It by Sidewalk Prophets. That's probably one that I've really been into.
If there's a road I should walk, help me find it. If I need to be still, give me peace for the moment. Help me find it. Help me find it.
I just want to play the whole song. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. I hope you'll subscribe if you are new to my channel. Also, I did post the announcement of my ebook and I'm so grateful for all of you who have chosen to purchase it. If you would like to purchase it or you would like to learn more about it, I will link down below the video and also the link to where you can purchase it. And yeah, let me know down in the comments what products you have been loving recently and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!